Guys, it's me, Laura, a Crocheting Whovian, and I'm here for a very special episode, the one with all the socks. This is not a regular episode, so you're not going to see all my whips. You're just basically, like I said, all about the socks. A very special, kind, caring, loving, adorable, beautiful girl named Carly asked me on my VKN last week if I would show you guys all of my sock whips because of the ginormous amount of them. So I promised her I would. Now, if you have no interest in seeing all my sock whips, which I completely understand because there are a lot of them, I won't be hurt. But there are a lot, and some may be interesting. You'll see re-see yarn that I showed in the past that I may not have shown in it quite some time. But they're all here, all 30 of them. Well, just under 30, but we're going to round it off to the nearest 10, and it's 30. So I'm not making any announcements. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to jump right in. And I just want to, before I start anything, I want to say hi to Carly. Hi, Carly. I will see you later. Hi to my Kim and Brittany, because those are the people I always say hi to. But I'm going to say hi to my Maddie, too. Hi, guys. Okay. Now, let's get started. Here we go. In my Doctor Who drawstring bag by Stitching Plaza is my socks that you have not seen in a very long time. Is my New York Mets socks, which I started 2 spring trainings ago? No, 1 spring training ago. So these have been on the needles for a year. The first sock has been done for quite some time. The second sock I haven't even cast it on yet. But the yarn is Hawaii Bazaar Yarn Co. in the colorway that she did for me in self-striping, New York Mets. Now that spring training is upon us again, I really, really, really want to cast on the second sock. So that will be back on my needles. See, here are the needles. Here is the yarn. This is going to go back on my needles fairly soon. Yeah. Okay. There's that one. Next up in my, you know what? They're not going to this according to this list, but it's right here. Okay. In my Knit for Brains farm bag is my lemon socks. And the yarn is a Gale's Art sock blank in the colorway Lemons. Guess that's why I named it that. And it's a sparkly sock blank. See? And I'm still on the first sock. I believe the first sock is on the foot, onto the foot, or the gusset decreases. It kind of looks like, I believe it looks like the gusset decrease. I'm in the middle of the, yep, I'm in the middle of the gusset decreases. I just finished a heel turn. So there's that. First sock almost done. Now, this sock was started just before Maryland Sheep and Wool 2018. I kind of want them done for Maryland Sheep and Wool 2019. But I'm not going to make any promises because I have my sweater to finish still. And wait till you guys see that. No more updates on that one. Okay. Next up in my Knit for Brains Minnie Mouse bag is my Punk Rock Fuzzy Cow socks. And the yarn is No Maker, and the colorway is Punk Rock Fuzzy Cow. This is the yarn. And I am on the foot of the first sock. I put this one down. This is a fairly recent cast on. I casted this on when she announced that she was no longer dyeing yarn. I was like, the only yarn dyer I cried for. But I started this way then during this fall, early fall. No, during the summer, I want to say. And I'm onto the foot. I'm about 41 rows away from starting the toe, which isn't that much. I could get that done in a day. And I think that's all about what I was going to say, but this one has been on, and it's only the first sock. It's not the second sock. And no, before anybody says anything, I do not suffer from second sock syndrome. I really don't. My issue is I have so much yarn and I just want to knit all the things. But there's that one. I'm not giving a date for when I want those done because I'm not really in a rush for them. Okay. You know what? I'm going to skip that one. I'll go back to that one. Okay. In my Knit for Brains Snow Globe clear see-through bag are my Christmas cocktail socks. These are fairly new cast on, as you guys already have seen this recently. And the yarn is Freckled Whimsy and the colorway is Christmas Cocktail. I believe I'm on the heel flap. Yep, I'm about 10 rows away from doing the heel turn. But there's that. I'm actually enjoying this. And it doesn't look so much as Christmas socks. But I'm actually enjoying this. And I will continue to knit on this well in, like during the summer and stuff. I don't need a Christmas for it. But here's what the skein looks like. This too was put on the back burner for my sweater. In my Erin Lane Larry Sheeple bag is my Bibliada socks. The yarn is Hawaii Bazaar Yarn Co. and it was her sidekicks sets. And this one is the Little Mermaid one and it's called Under the Sea. But these are my Bibliada socks. And that is a long story of why I call them Bibliada. I believe, yes, I believe I am on the foot of this one. Just on the foot. Actually, no. I'm on the gusset decreases. My little notepads, this will tell you. Yeah, I'm on the gusset decreases of this one, but it's got the contrasting heel. And I'll have the contrasting toe as well. This is supposed to represent Flounder, and this is representing Sebastian. I love the yarn. There's nothing wrong with the sock. I just have castonitis. Like I said, it's Hawaii Bazaar Yarn Co. Love her. That's my Corinne. She's my little guacamole. Okay. I need a sip of water. Oh, soda. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. In my Erin Lane Doctor Who Sheeple's Quotes bag is my Wonka Socks. The yarn is Biscotti yarn, self-striping, in the colorway Wonka. Yeah, this is fairly new too. But this is the yarn, which it's much bright. It was much brighter on the screen when I bought it. And actually it's much brighter than it is showing now. But I know two monitors are the same and it's not going to show all the true colors. But I have to say I was disappointed in this one. Because you guys know how much I love bright colors. But here it is. I'm still on the leg. Nothing spectacular. But you also know how much I love self-striping yarn. So there's nothing stopping me from making this except not enough hours in the day. Okay. Okay. You guys seen this? I want to say even in the last episode you've seen it. This is in my Silver Shell USA Medium Adventure Walk Harry Potter bag is my Make LaRue Twitch socks. The only reason why this one stopped is because of my sweater. But this is the Fiber Nymph Dye Works Cherry Pale Lavender Fraternal set. This is the first sock. It's been on since Florida, since January. The second sock is well underway. I have about a little ways to go for the foot, but the foot has been started. The decreases are done, but This one I am hoping to have done not by the next podcast, but the podcast after that. I love them. This is definitely going to be done for Maryland, though. But, yeah. Because I want to wear them to Needles Up and be like, look, I made this out of your yarn. Because I'm a dork like that. But, yeah. Okay. All right. In my Knit for Brains Country Houses bag is my springtime socks. The yarn is Gale's Art. It's a Gale's Art sock blank in the colorway Bloom Where You Planted. Now, here's the thing. 2 or 3 rows on this. And I don't mean 2 or 3 rows in the leg. I mean 2 or 3 rows in the cuff. I don't know if this is going to stay on the needles. I do think I'm going to block it, frog it, and repurpose the yarn for a shawl I want to do. Okay. There really isn't anything to show. That's it. It's basic cast on. Now, I casted this on to bring to Florida with me in August. Not even this last time I was there, in August. And it came with me to Florida. I'm missing the 4th needle. Oh, here it is. It came with me to Florida. It came home with me from Florida. Was not worked on in Florida. I have 4 rows of the cuff done, according to this row counter. 4 rows. So here is what the sock blank looks like. I love it. But I do believe I'm going to, it's a sparkle. I do believe I'm going to frog it and repurpose the sock blank into a shawl I have in my head and all that. Okay. If it was more into it, I wouldn't frog it. I would just go on with it because you know how I love knitting socks from sock blanks. But I just, it's only 4 rows. And I've been wanting to use a sock blank to make a shawl for a very long time. So, and that's not to say I don't have enough sock blanks because we all know I do. Okay. In my Silver Shed USA PHN orange bag, this is the Talia bag, are my socks that I've been obsessed with for a bit, and they're my Moana socks. I am on the heel flap, as you can see. I'm almost done with the heel flap, but I absolutely adore these socks. I love these socks, and I think I'm going to do it to a certain length and gift them to someone. Because 30 sock whips, 2 feet. But there's that. Okay. Yeah, that's not over here, so I skipped that one. That's not on top. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to go with what's on top here. Because I have, on my right, I have a whole basket full of whips. Okay. In my Silver Shed USA Grinch bag that I got for Make My Yarn Wishes Granted from a very lovely, amazing person are my Grinch socks. The yarn is Yarn Jar and the colorway is Christmas Grinch. I have to admit, I stopped these because it's Christmas. So I'm probably going to put these away and continue them, in October, November. More than likely November. But there's that. Here is the gobstopper. Okay. I am, according to my row counter, only 10 rows in on the foot, on the first sock. There's only, I believe, 1 sock that I have almost done with the second sock. Guys, I'm bad. I need an intervention. Okay. In my Erin Lane Wonder Woman Cheaple bag is my Wonder Woman socks. The yarn is Artistic Yarn by Abby in the colorway Wonder Woman. It's all a theme. I have 5 rows of this done. That's it. 5 rows on the cuff. Which I'm absolutely going to continue because as I'm working it, I'm like, ooh, I like this. At first, I stopped because I was like, I don't like this yarn. I was going to frog it and give it away, which honestly, I may still. I haven't decided fully yet. But, and if I give it away, it's going to go with the project bag too. There's the yarn and it sparkled. There's nothing wrong with the yarn itself. It's just my tastes change minute to minute and it's bad. Like I have squirrel syndrome. Okay. You guys have seen this sock because I finished in Florida. My Lila Styles Laura bag with the Hogwarts on the back is my watermelon socks. The yarn is Freckled Whimsy in the colorway I Carried a Watermelon. This sock has been done since Florida. I've actually finished it in Florida in January. And there's a second sock. Haven't casted it on yet. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Okay. In my Knit for Brains Disney Halloween bag are my Trick or Treat socks. The yarn is Marigold Jen and the colorway is Tricks, not Treat. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I completely forgot I had these on the needles. Completely. My signature needles rip everything up because they're so sharp. Yeah. Completely forgot. So these are going to get worked on sometime soon. I don't know when, but they will be worked on. It is, yeah, sorry, my phone keeps going off. And I'm not answering it. And there's people looking for me. I know, and they're asking questions. But here is the yarn. It's very Halloween-y. I love it. I love Marigold Jen's yarn in general. And I do hope that she will be at Maryland again. Okay. Now, I did that one. In my Knit for Brains Alice in Wonderland bag are my Glory socks. The yarn is Arkansas Yarn Co. Her sock set kit, whatever you want to call it, and the colorway is Glory. And I haven't weaved in any ends, but I'm on the foot. I'm like 3 rows in the foot. And I love it. I cast these on 4th of July. And yeah, here they are. They're going to be shorties, obviously. And I made them that way so that I could wear them during the summer. I don't know why. I dopey. But here is what the skein looks like. It's all nice and sparkly. That Lori of Arkansas Yarn Co. is known for. Her super sparkle yarns. Okay. In my Lila Styles Luna bag is my Scrappy Christmas socks. The yarn is No Makers Minis in the colorways Filter and No Filter. Here is the No Filter. And here is the filter. As you can see, I've gotten a lot done on these socks. The first sock. And I don't know why. I don't know what. Oh, I know why I stopped. I know why I stopped working on these now. The white for the cuff, toes, and heel, sorry, is No Maker's Bear yarn. I know why I stopped making these, working on these. For the holidays, Thanksgiving on, mostly Christmas though, my craft room, and I'm pointing that way because it's behind that wall behind us, was severely under construction. And by under construction, I mean yarn everywhere. And this was in that room, and I couldn't get to it to continue to work on it. But they're here now. I'm missing one of my, oh no, there it is. Here is the yarn. Here is a sock. I am well onto the foot, as you can see. And there you go. I love Scrappy socks. For me, I feel like they go so much faster. And the reason why I have another set of needles in here, though I should have made them my zings, is because I had actually 2 pairs of socks in here because, actually, no, that's not true. I take that back. I was going to cast on the second one at the same time and work them concurrently to have them done for Christmas, but like I said, they got trapped in the other room and just couldn't get to them. Okay, there it is. In my Harry Potter sheeple bag, Everlane Harry Potter sheeple bag, is my Zombie Honeymoon socks. The yarn is Miss Babs Hot Shot in the colorway Zombie Honeymoon. And this is, the pattern is 3 Chimneys by K.F. Jones. Now, here's my issue with it. And I could be 100% wrong. Looking at it now, I feel like I am wrong. I feel like you couldn't see the pattern of it. And I didn't want to keep working on a patterned sock that you can't see the pattern of. But looking at it now, you totally can. So it must have been the light I was in, but I was gonna frog it down to the cuff, and I'm right now, this very moment, I'm deciding not to. I'm gonna keep up with the pattern because I'm pretty underway with the pattern. I think I only have I have 12 more rows of the pattern in the leg, and then I start the heel turn and gusset. So the heel flap and gusset. So I'm going to continue on it. I have to say this, and I'm not saying this because of all the Miss Babs that I have, because we all know for a while I was going Miss Babs crazy. Much like I'm doing with sock blanks now. I'm loving working. I've never really worked with Miss Babs sock yarn. I've only worked with Miss Babs Yowzes. And her sport weight, whatever you want to call it, that Kiara, that heavy fingering weight, and mostly only made shawls with them. So this is my first Miss Babs sock yarn, sock made out of sock. Made a sock made out of her sock yarn, and I absolutely adore working with it, and I know I'm gonna love wearing it because it's a very thick, squishy fabric, especially with this pattern. So these are going to get repicked up very soon. I'm not going to frog them. Okay. But the reason why also that these were forgotten, essentially, is because I have a giant closet in my, like a utility closet in my craft room. And it's filled with all, from top shelf to bottom shelf. And there's about 5 shelves in there. Filled with projects. UFOs. Okay, there's that. Okay. In my random fandom autism awareness bag is my autism awareness socks, and the yarn is Lady Fernicle Creations in the colorway It's Okay to Be Different. Now, this one will be retaken out and reworked on in April because I literally am 20 rows away from starting the toe on the sock. And autism awareness is coming. And I want to work on it again then. But this is it. This is it. And the reason why this got put in hibernation, I guess you could call it, is I couldn't find the project bag. Like I said, you guys have seen how long I've been podcasting out here. And it's because my craft room is not fit for recording. It is that crazy in there. And I have to organize it somehow. And I still haven't figured out how to get everything that I have in a proper organizing way. But this is the yarn. Now, this was an exclusive colorway for last year's Autism Awareness 2018. At the moment of this recording, do not know if it will be repeated for Autism Awareness 2019. If you want to know, I strongly urge you to message Marlisha of Pen Hook and Needles, Lady Fernico, and see if she is going to do it again. That's the only thing I could come up with. Okay. This is what my issue is. Okay. Okay. In my Erin Lane Harry Potter villains bag are my Lunchtime Socks. I have someone strongly begging me to finish this sock. This sock has officially been on the needles almost 2 years. The reason why I have not cast it on the second one, and it's made out of it's made out of Gnome Acres minis, the cheeseburger minis and the BLT minis. The reason why this sock has not been, this pair I should say, has not been completed is because I finished the first sock, the cheeseburger one, and it is flippin' ugly. Ugly. Okay, this was just a start of it because I didn't think I was going to have enough. And I ended up not having enough. But this is the bun. Mustard ketchup. Mayo actually was in the heel. Lettuce, cheese, burger, bun. Ugly. Ugly. But here's the BLT. Now, this mayo is not necessarily mayo. It is the same bare yarn I used up here. But there's that. I don't know if I honestly have to say this. I don't know if I'll ever cast on the second sock. I don't know. Because I find it incredibly ugly, the first one. But we'll see. Okay. In my medium Silver Shed USA Crocheting Whovian bag, my Podiversary bag, are my socks for LaRue. The yarn is white birch in the colorway Don't Worry, Be Happy. Now, I had this sock finished last May, and it was too small. I measured it wrong. It's like a child size. So, I haven't cast on the new ones yet because it's in timeout. And the reason why it's in timeout is because I have such anxiety over making LaRue socks because she needs them to match one by one. And I have such anxiety with it, honestly, that I went and bought another skein. And I was like, LaRue, you're making your own socks. That actually has to get taken out of that project bag and just put away. Because I know I'm never going to recast it on. And she's aware of that too. Okay. In my Silver Shed USA Luna bag is my Lavender Fields Forever socks. The yarn is the yarn jar in the colorway Cosmic Lavender. I cast this on just before Florida. And I worked on it a lot in Florida. I'm well on the leg of it. I'm well into the leg of it. There's that. There's the yarn ball. And that's it. This was a custom made bag that I got the fabric on Spoonflower and had it sent to Ann Brody of Silver Shed USA to make for me. And she so kindly said, absolutely, I'll make that for you. Okay. This page is done. Told you guys. In my Molly Klein Black Cat bag, this was a gift from a dear friend of mine. She got it from Molly and sent it to me when I was really down in the dumps. And every time I use it and look at it, it just makes me think of her and I get all happy again. In it is my Felici socks. The yarn is Knit Picks Felici, obviously, in the colorway Cheshire Grin. These are socks that I'm making for my mom. She just doesn't know yet. She's been begging me for so long to make her socks. So these are them. I finished the cuff. These have been on the needles 2 years. 2 years. Almost 2 years. But that's that. Cuff is done. 2 rows into the leg. you gonna do? This has to go back into my car, though. I always have a car knitting project. A project that stays in my car so that wherever I am, I can just knit. Okay. In my Knit for Brains Red Riding Hood bag are my Moana socks. The yarn is Moose and You in the colorway Moana. And I really want these socks done. I am so in love with them because Moana is one of my absolute favorite Disney movies aside from Little Mermaid. See? That's it. It's 3 rows away from starting the heel flap. First sock done. First sock's not done, rather. This is the first sock. I need caffeine. I'm tired. Okay. In my Knit for Brains Peeps bag are my Manic Melon socks. The yarn is Sweet Tea Yarns in the colorway Manic Melon. And this is the yarn. It's much brighter than it is on camera. And this too, finish the cuff, working the leg. I'm only 1 row in the leg though. But that's it. I have severe squirrel syndrome in case you haven't noticed. All right. In my Knit for Brains Harry Potter bag, in my Knit for Brains rainbow bag is my Harry Potter socks. The yarn is Teeny Button Studios in the colorway, I can't say the word, Verita Serum. It's a Harry Potter yarn club colorway. I have a hard time saying that word because I'm having a hard time Englishing lately. So there we go. On signature needles. I didn't realize I had that many signature DPNs. It's about 4 sock whips that have them on there. Cuff is done. 4 rows into the leg. Only the first sock. You see a trend, guys? Oh gosh, that came out of nowhere. I am missing 1 project bag. Oh no, it's right here in front of my face. In my Silver Shed USA Disney Halloween bag are my Halloween socks. The yarn is Yarn Jar in the colorway Be Spooky. Now, this was frogged. I shouldn't say frogged. It was tink back because I was doing a pattern on it that I did not like in the self-striping because of the black part of it. And what I was thinking getting yarn with black in it is beyond me. But it was tink back to the cuff. And I had about, it was about up to here on my hand. I had a good portion of the leg done, but you could not see the pattern. And I'm not saying like I did with the Zombie Honeymoon socks. I'm legitimately saying you could not see the pattern because of the darkness of the stripes. Sorry, I was yawning, but this is the yarn. Yarn jar. Okay. In my Molly Klein Mary Poppins bag is my Flamingoing Along socks. The yarn is Lady Furnico Creations in the colorway Blushing Flamingo. I really need to finish the sock. I am 20 rows away from starting the toe. I don't know why I put it down. I just did. Because I am a horrible human being. But here, there's this. Okay. I even did a shorty. I did a short cuff and short leg, which is not my style usually. This was started after Maryland too, like during the summer. I believe that's why I made it a shorty, so I could wear it during the summer, and then I just put it away, and honestly, forgot about it until I pulled out all of my sock whips to do the wheel. Next up is a whip that I completely forgot about. Like, I completely forgot about it. And it's in my Southpaw Creations Mickey and Minnie bag. It is a sock blank, a Molly Klein Sweet Tea Yarns sock blank. And it's a sparkle sock blank. And the colorway is Poison Ivy. It's a one of a kind. And the sock, the cuff, everything is done. And this too is on signature needles. The cuff is done. Now I start the leg. I'm one row in the leg right now. Okay. And last but not least is a sock whip that I was doing the Hermione Everyday socks with. And Chewy! Sorry, guys. It's in a Erin Lane Harry Potter sheeple zipper bag. Chewy, relax. And it was the Hermione Everyday sock. The yarn is Lady Fernico Creations in the colorway Happy Mail, Plum Deluxe 2017. Now, I did not like the way it was patterning with the Hermione's. I did not. And it has nothing to do with the yarn. The yarn is gorgeous. I did not like the way my gauge was, I should say. And I ripped it back, put it on waste yarn, and I'm just going to pick it up again and knit a regular sock with it. But there's that. And honestly, that's it for sock whips. There are a total of 28 sock whips. Yeah. And I plan on updating the wheel because there were some whips here that I found honestly yesterday while I was looking through my projects. Like this one I completely forgot about. There was a few I forgot about. But I'm going to bring them back out one by one and work on them. I'm not casting on another pair of socks until I finish at least 5 of these. 5 pairs. Chewy! Sorry, guys. There's a helicopter going around and he hears it and he doesn't like that. But, Chewy! And that's it. But I will see you guys next week for a regular podcast. And yeah, until then, have a great night, great weekend, great week, and I'll see you then. Happy knitting. Bye.